Welcome to FHA Weekly, your window into the projects, policies, and the people shaping the future of housing in Nigeria. I am Itunu Kolawole. This week on FHA Round the Clock, we bring you the latest developments in the Federal Housing Authority's drive to make housing affordable and accessible. Stay with us.
The Federal Housing Authority is taking practical steps to bridge Nigeria's housing deficit. The Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the authority, Honorable Oyetunde Ojo, promised Nigerians not just more houses, but homes that are affordable and accessible. He said this when he commissioned 100 housing units in Ibadan, Oyo State.
And this is your key, sir.
Honorable Ojo believes the current allocation largely benefit individuals in the formal sector, and plans are in motion to expand access to those in the informal sector.
The informal sectors, they have leadership that they under control. Once you go to the right place, I always tell people, when we want to get the informal sector, this is Ibadan, this is Kabesi here. There is nobody who is an informal person in this Ibadan. I mean welder, carpenter, everywhere. Name what we call Dagbole that you come from. They know. They will be the one to guide us. They will be the one to advise us. Even when that person is coming from UK, even not on the informal level, they will be able to tell us that this one, we can guarantee you. This one, so we can guarantee. And that's why the collaboration is key. That's why we keep saying government can't do it alone. The fear of government on the informal sector is, where is this person's wages? How does this payroll end? But I can tell you most of the informal sector earn more money than the formal sector. When they see houses like this, they're always afraid. They'll say they won't give them because they are not educated. And that's why we are calling on the KBCs and the people. I say, no, come. There's mortgages for you people in the informal sector. You try and approach. And that's why you saw a mortgage bank, you saw FMBN as well. Come and approach. But we will go through the community leaders, the kings. And I can tell you, before we finish this place, you see the informal sector people talking.
The FHA has called the successful pre-qualified bidders of the Renewed Hope Housing Project, Lot 6A to 6F in Minna, Niger State, to come for the collection of the financial bids. The bidders are to collect the documents at the Office of the GM Procurement General Duties, FHA, after paying a non-refundable fee of 10,000 into the FHA's TSA account via remitter or any reputable commercial bank. The completed document should be submitted at the FHA office in Asokoro. The FHA management says it is not responsible to any cost incurred by interested party, nor bound to accept bids, and reserve the right to annul the selection process without incurring expenses. The Federal Housing Authority is opening up new city in Festac Town that will attract investors from the diaspora and create job opportunities for hundreds of Nigerians. The 1,126 hectares of land originally acquired by the government for the iconic Festac 77 in 1976 is a mark for massive development.
It's about bringing dreams to reality. People they would have deployed and employed into this place at this present time will not be less than about 400 to 500. So when the reconstruction starts, you can imagine almost about 5,000, 6,000 people will be employed. So we also want to leave a legacy by saying during our own time, during the time of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, new Festac Town has come to stay.
And now we brought in a mapping drone, which is a technology you didn't have years back. We've done various levels of geotechnics to know that eventually if this place is completely reclaimed, what kind of structure are you going to have on those places? The road infrastructure that would put here, understanding that this is a waterlogged area, what kind of road infrastructure must be road infrastructure that will stand the test of time.
It's a PPP arrangement that we have with the federal government, seconded by the Federal Housing Authority. And, the intention is to sandfill for the first phase of the project, leading into infrastructure and then general management of a housing project, eventually down the road, 10-15 years from now, hopefully.
FHA has marked some houses on this stretch for demolition as it calls them illegal. It also adds that some of these buildings are prone to collapse due to soil conditions.
You can see where people are putting the houses on the edge of the water. And you know, this water you're looking at goes straight into the Atlantic Ocean. That's the whole truth. So when the water level is high, there will be heavy dangers, and we can't afford that. And that's why we said they are not meant to have gone into this place. But some innocent people fall victims of Amuwo.
With this reclamation work and the development of new estate, Festac Town is poised to reclaim its former glory.
In this edition of FHA 101, we dig deeper into what makes the FHA tick: its people, processes, and policies. I sat down with the Managing Director CEO of the Federal Housing Authority, Honorable Oyetunde Ojo, and he explained what it really takes to deliver affordable homes to Nigerians.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
You have been at the helm for 2 years now. What would you say are your major accomplishments so far?
When I came into FHA with my executive team, which I'm executive directors, 4 in number, and what we met on ground, to be honest with you, was nothing to write home about. First of all, in terms of the staff's attitude, in terms of organizational structure, in terms of what a government institution should be. You can imagine when I came to FHA, for about 3 weeks, there was no lights. You can imagine on the 21st century, there was no internet facility. You can imagine whereby staff, the issue of discipline was a serious issue. So coming in, first of all, was to handle the staff issue, because these are the people I want to work with to achieve a goal. And in doing that, we have to put a lot of things. You can imagine 15 years before my assumption of office, staff hasn't gone to both local and foreign training. You can imagine where a Federal National Authority of Nigeria doesn't have a drone in the 21st century. You can imagine where offices were in shambles, raccoons, and everything. How do you want the staff to concentrate? How do you want the staff to work? So you must deal with the internal issue first before you go to the external issue. You can imagine where there are no laptops, no desktop. And these are tools you need in the 21st century. You can imagine an organization that goes out for enforcement without no security, where staffs were being beaten and staff could not go out diligently to perform their work. You could also imagine an organization in which even adult staff were being paid 20,000 naira in the current day economy, compared to now that these staffs are now being paid at adult level 70,000 naira by the government minimum wage. Adult, not to talk about the real staff. You can imagine an FHA now that we work on Starlink, we work on fiber, whereby our ICT department was just like a piggery store. And I mean it, piggery house when I came. But you can check with the ICT department now. Thank God Galaxy came here and I said, they gave us a commendation that our ICT department is one of the best in terms of 5-6 agencies of government in the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Now, we have employed over 150 staff. That means we have made 150 new employees. The labor market, we have taken about 150. Not just employing people in technical areas that the authority is in need of. Surveying department. You can imagine an FHA now where people have confidence in doing business transaction, not an FHA of before, where property files are being stolen by this little bad element. You can imagine an FHA now whereby you do your search through the digitalization method within 1 minute, compared to when I came here and property and policy files were being searched for days and ages in hard copy. Now we are on digitalization. Search has been done within 1 minute, 2 minutes. That could be confirmed from lawyers who come in here from search. You can imagine I'm the first MD to have ever traveled to Kano in Sharada. I'm the first MD. Even to all the zones. No MD has ever been to Kano, where we have our land. There's no place of our properties have not been all over the country. When I came in, we were on 0 land. I went throughout the whole country of the Federation to get lands for the Federal Housing Authority of Nigeria. Not just getting the allocation, but getting the CFO from all the state governors. Like we said, you build on land.
Yes.
You can imagine an FHA where staffs were reluctant to come to work as at 8 o'clock. But thank God now there's biometrics, which I myself resume work 7:30 in the morning. I leave here almost 10 p.m. at night. The attendance of staff now has been very impressive, because when you increase salaries and you roll out motivations, you also you ought to see the dedication of staff. You can also see the mixture of the age grade, the younger ones being employed, the middle ones, and the elderly ones. When I came in, we only had one subsidiary, which is the FHA Mortgage Bank. And coming in, meeting the FHA Mortgage Bank as the chairman of the FHA Mortgage Bank board, we needed to widen the scope of the mortgage bank. And because it's being regulated by CBN, NDIC, and the others. And one of the things we've done was to put the mortgage bank in a proper perspective as the chairman of the bank. And presently nowadays, the mortgage bank is moving very healthy, and healthy indeed. And not up to 3 months again, in my inception, we created the Energy Distribution Limited. That's FH Energy Distribution. Becomes the second subsidiary of Federal Housing Authority of Nigeria. And the energy distribution is to provide energy in all our estates. Thank God for the bill that was signed by Mr. President in terms of the energy bill, which allowed state governments, private individuals to generate light. So FHA Energy Distribution, it's my baby. In my time as well, we've just created FHA football team. We are in the local Division 3 league. And as we speak presently, this came from the adventure of public service game. FHA has not been part of public service game in probably 16 to 20 years. Since I came in, after about 20 years, this has been their first appearance. And when they went for the public service game in Port Harcourt, and we saw the performance of our staff, especially in football, that gave us the encouragement to try and put them in the league. And the best we could do for now is to get them into Abuja League. And they've been registered, and they are performing excellently.
Sir, I would like to take us back to a statement you made. You said you've been to Kano, and I know that you've started a nationwide tour, engaging with stakeholders and state governors too. But what are the outcomes, the major outcomes of this engagement, sir? Oh,
the outcomes have been extremely successful. Right now, I can tell you boastfully that we've received CFOs in about 25 to 27 states. That was the cooperation of the governors.
Yes.
That was also going out to make sure when we want to start our project, which the procurement process has started, the technicals has been done, the financials will soon be concluded, and it's going to be a nationwide building. Some states are even calling us to start as soon as possible. But remember that we are self-funding.
Yes.
And when you are self-funding, you should also get your serve together.
Yes.
We are not on the budgetary allocation. But like I said, in about 20-something states, we've gotten our CFO.
What are the lined up projects, housing projects that you have lined up to commission for the head?
We have about 10 projects to be commissioned as we speak. Right now, the single tallest mall in Nigeria, not in terms of width, but in terms of height, is in Gwaripa as we speak. And it's a 59 shop with a penthouse, which when I came, the contractor told me is going to answer the project. I said, Mr. President said it's a renewed up agenda.
Yes.
In less than 1 or 2 weeks, the mall will be commissioned in Gwaripa. It's a 5-story building mall. We have about 100 housing units in Lugbe, one of the best housing units in Lugbe. Inhabitants are ready to move in, and is one of the best. It's called the Expressville. As we speak today, in Odupani, we've mobilized back to Odupani, that's in Cross River State, to complete the finishing. In Buari, by December, 275 housing units will be commissioned. One of our biggest, most luxury estates, which is a PPP estate, which is the ENL PPP, which belongs to FHA, in Apogusape, will soon be commissioned in August. Has about over 1,000 housing units, but it's a PPP, SU, and direct construction. Right now in Ajoda in Ibadan, 80 to 100 housing units is already ready, and our zonal office in Gwaripa is also ready for commissioning.
Sir, there is a public skepticism about government-based projects. So what are you doing to assure Nigerians that they can get in touch with FHA and get houses, and just to put their mind at rest?
With FHA and with our administration, Nigerians can go and rest. One of the things we did is not just the housing. You know, we deal in land allocation.
Yes.
So one of the things we did when we came was to resettle people back to their lands. Initially, when I started, people even thought I wanted to take their land. But later, we resettled people back. We were able to chase the land grabbers away. Some are still in court. People have been resettled back to their land, especially in Gwaripa. On the 6th Avenue Road, we've done the resettlement. Houses, once you pay us, we receive your money, they give you allocation straight away. We don't waste time. We will not promise you what we don't have. So one Nigerian to have that confidence that you can patronize FHA.
Earlier, sir, you mentioned that FHA is getting digitalized. And I, as a Nigerian, if I wanted to own a home, how easy is it? Are there digital platforms that we can use to purchase a home, or we still have to go through the system of man, no man, I have to know this person to know this person to get a house?
We should get this digitalization clear. There are 2 sets of our digitalization process. When I came in, the first one is the batching of files of the old houses. To make sure you can access your property through our digital system. That's the first one we are seriously battling with, and we have achieved about 70 to 80%. As I'm talking to you now, we are fully batched in Gwaripa. Very shortly, people will be able to access their property anywhere in the world, and they will make sure their property is safe, logging on to the system. The second phase is the one also we are about to start, whereby people will be able to get houses, like you said, seamlessly, going through our website, going through our system to apply. We are working seriously on that so that people will not be frauded. And we will soon be also talking to state governors, because it will be a tripartite arrangement in which checking with every state, because once you don't tidy your in-house well, and decide to go on these platforms, the tendency of you meeting with fraudsters who can hack your system and duping people. So very shortly, Nigerians will be able to have access to that, but we are working on. But our first digitalization system, we are about to complete that one. So what we want is safety first of those property, the old ones, before we now go on the digitalization, the internet, the website in acquiring the new one. But for now, we still appeal to Nigerians. Go on our website when you want to get information, to still please come to our office or our zones in terms of building and land applications.
Thank you so much for your time, sir.
You're welcome.
We have to applaud you for all of your efforts. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Planning to develop on your land within an FHA estate? Here's everything you need to know about why you need a building approval and common mistakes to avoid. Building approval is not just the paperwork. It is your first step to ensure your structure meets planning, safety, and environmental standards. Here are the common mistakes that can delay or deny your building approval. Your building deserves a strong foundation. For more inquiries, contact our customer support or visit www.fha.gov.ng. FHA, uniting Nigerians through housing.
Now to the voucher, where we share the latest information from the FHA, hear from the people, and give feedback to our loyal viewers.
Hello, my name is Omolayo Fakiesi, and I'm with the Federal Housing Authority. We are right here on the street to find out what affordable housing means to everyday people. Let's go find out.
Affordable housing means that housing that ordinary individuals can afford to buy at a mortgage rate that is not at least.
I would like to ask you, what do you know about FHA?
FHA simply means Federal Housing Authority of Nigeria.
What other thing do you know about FHA?
I know they are in charge of development of a residential building and a multipurpose building in Nigeria and federal capital at large.
What do you know about FHA?
Okay, it means Federal Housing Authority.
Okay, so what does affordable housing mean to you, sir?
I believe it's an opportunity whereby people can be able to afford houses at a subsidized rate.
Do you know any of our estates in Abuja or anywhere? Do you know?
No, I don't. No, I don't.
Thank you very much. What do you know about FHA?
I know there are people that give affordable housing and they've been existent for years, for a number of years, and I know that's about the only people that gives housing at subsidized rates.
Can you name any of FHA estates?
I know there's one at Lugbe. I know there's another one at Guzape. There's one in Guaripa. I think there's another one in Kubai. I'm not sure though, but I think there's another one in Kubai.
And that's it on the voucher today. Over to you, Itunu.
That's it on FHA.